Hello there. Thanks for joining us on Nation Watch. I am Enemaku Ojochegbe. The much-awaited Kogi governorship elections have come and gone. But the aftermath is what we're talking about now. There's a huge debate going on across the 3 states where elections took place on November 11 already. Imo and Bayelsa states are 2 other states where elections took place. And jubilations and, of course, next plans of actions, what's going on right now in the 3 states. I'm not here alone on Nation Watch. I have someone who is, you may call him a stakeholder, and of course, a really known face on Nation Watch. I am talking about Enejo Simon Sani. Good to have you.
Good evening. I'm happy to be here.
I know you're also happy to know that your new party just won the election in Kogi State. How excited are you, really?
I'm extremely excited, and it was expected. The leader of our party in Kogi State, that's the current governor, is a man who doesn't say much, but you have to give it to him. He's a strategist. Run up to the election, the noise was too much. But he kept assuring us of victory. And it has happened again. So we are glad we had a relatively peaceful election. And a winner has emerged in the person of His Excellency, the Governor-elect, Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, a fine gentleman. And you must give it to the governor. The choice of Ododo is something that we'll continue to thank the governor for, because he's an extremely gentle man. He's kind at heart. He's loving. And for me, those are the basic fundamentals of a leader. A leader who is extremely kind and gentle is what we need at this time. So we must commend the governor for the way he conducted himself before the election. A lot of our party people were attacked, especially in the East, and he kept calling for calm. And we are glad that elections have come and gone. And there's really no record of people killed during this election. And I hope you're on the same page with me on that.
Joan?
So we are glad, and we believe God that the governor-elect will consolidate on the gains that his predecessor has already established. Like I was here some time ago, there are landmark achievements in the 2nd term of the governor. I mean, I'm particularly glad about it. Like, I don't know if you've been to Lokoja at night. The Lokoja
Not in the recent times.
Okay, good. The Lokoja flyover is a masterpiece. You will not even know you are in Lokoja. The street lights are extremely beautiful. They are shining. You can't take away the University of Science and Technology in Osara, the reference hospital in Okene, the general hospital in Ida has been greatly equipped. The road from Umomi to Ida also. And if you, I don't know if you are familiar with Ayangba, Oganaji.
I am.
I mean, you know what erosion menace and how many of our people that lives have been claimed.
Yeah, they fell victims.
I mean, so the attracting the World Bank, paying counterpart fund, and making sure that we have a brand new community around there is what we cannot thank the governor enough.
All right, let's pause it right there a little bit. Let's go back to the elections. Now, this is one election where a lot of people, not just in Kogi State, have a lot of questions to ask about. Now, there's this huge debate and complaints about how that the election was already, programmed to be the way it is even before the election day. There is a lot of disparity given what we saw from the field on election day and from the testimonies of participants in terms of observers and voters and some of the candidates as well, that the votes coming out from some of the regions in Kogi State, especially Kogi Central, they are not at par with what is on ground regarding what was in the records of INEC as far as the registration is concerned. You already know what I'm talking about. We don't have all the time to start analyzing them. The figures are not at par. Is this an election that someone should be proud of? Of course, you are proud of it, but is that the same across board?
You know, when people lose election, they will find something to hinge it on, right?
Okay.
In trying to interrogate the beavers, I was the campaign director general for Obabede Ward and the collation officer for APC. One of the polling units, Elika to be precise, all our area. The accreditation there is 67, but SDP wrote 441. Will SDP, yes, will SDP tell you about that? So, you know...
what about APC? How many accredited voters did APC have there?
No, you know, accredited voters are not tied to any political party.
I understand, but you specifically mentioned the figure for SDP. Would
Yes.
you remember
Now,
what APC had?
APC had 3 in that polling unit.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
And then that's already overboard accreditation. That's the one I can talk about.
All right.
But you see, there are places to seek redress for this thing. And we can concentrate on hearsay. When people lose election, they look for reasons to hinge it on. But you see, we must learn. People must learn. The major opposition to our candidate, of course, the governor even said we had no opposition in this election. Of course, he's better informed than all of us. Now, Kogi East has 9 local government. One is not even Igala speaking, that's Basa.
Basa, yes.
But the coinage of the mantra for driving the election was Igala agenda. Now, if you call it Igala agenda, how do you expect a Basa man to vote for you? For Christ's sake. You called it Igala agenda, how do you expect an Okuman to vote for you? You called it Igala agenda, how do you expect an Ebiraman to vote for you? So, ab initio, I can tell you that the election was already won and lost, in the sense that to be declared governor of Kogi State, you need to have 25% in 14 local government. We have 9. But there was no sense of ownership even from the Basa people. And that's why they took their destiny in their hand.
Now,
you know that landslide, Ododo won in Basa.
Now, you see, the reason that mantra erupted was because the main opposition, the SDP, as well as other political parties, felt that it was the ethnic undertone was already orchestrated by the governor, by the government in place, because of the choice of candidates and the deputy governorship candidates already, which was why they now decided that, okay, fine, if this is going this way, we feel shortchanged to some extent. If that's the case, let's go this way.
Now, what the governor has done, you know, I have told you that the governor is better informed than all of us as he relates to the matters in Kogi State. There were a lot of people who contested that primaries, fine people, gentlemen who had the resume and the qualification to be governor. The governor will not come out to tell us the security report that he has on all of them before the choice of Ododo.
So, was that the reason a lot of people did say, from credible authority, that because he's the governor, he, largely influenced it?
Now,
how would you react to that?
Now, Enemaku, if you were governor of Kogi State, or yes, you are from Kogi, if you are governor of Kogi State, will you not influence the choice of the successor in your own party?
Does that now make it, a norm?
Now, well, it's almost a norm. Okay, let's go back to history. Let's go back. Let me just say this. Let me take you on this.
It's all right.
His Excellency, the former governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Idris.
He's still here with us today.
He's still here with us, thankfully, and we wish him long life.
That's right.
At first, he chose Echocho among every other candidate.
At that time,
At that time.
an unpopular candidate.
An unpopular candidate. And then he had his reasons after some times to change him to Captain Idris Wada. It was his prerogative. I mean, we cannot refuse an outgoing governor, or we cannot oppose them on the choice they make for their political party and having to support them.
Now
and let me correct an impression. A lot of people, you know, there was too much propaganda. Opposition concentrated so much on propaganda than strategy. His Excellency, the governor-elect, is from Odenku Ward. And the leader of our party is from Agasa Ward. People went around to say he's his first cousin. That's not true. In any case, we cannot refuse an outgoing governor, or we cannot oppose them on the choice of the choice they make in who succeeds them. I honestly do not think I think that's unfair. Okay, and in any case...
That simply means, even if it were wrong, assuming it were wrong by the statute books, by our laws, can two wrongs make a right then?
No, but as it is right now, there is no law that says that. In fact, there's no gentleman arrangement in Kogi State, as it were.
It's all right. That has been settled. Let's move on to the issue of the beavers. A lot of people believe that the beavers were bypassed.
Now, well,
because because the votes that came out, I'm still particular about the population of votes that came out from Central as compared to the registered voters as against the registered voters in Kogi East and then in Central.
But you see, that now is not okay. We can have this conversation actually, but it is for the court to determine, because he who alleges, the onus is on you to prove.
That's what the court says.
Yes,
right.
And as it is, the votes that came out of the Central did not exceed registered voters. So, and if you were anywhere, you cannot just sit down unilaterally say that Beavers was bypassed. You have to prove that in court. And you see, I was particularly happy with what the candidate of the SDP said in his first interview. He said he wasn't going to go to court. I don't know which channel specifically, but you must have also heard that. But I think that narrative has also changed.
I am fully aware that the SDP candidate is going to court.
But you also said at first that he will not go to court.
Well, but it will be interesting to see how the outcome pans out.
Yeah, that would have been the best thing. Definitely. As far as I'm concerned.
All right, the governor-elect. I did hear him say during the days preceding the election, and he did say that specifically that he has spent 7 years in the service of Kogi governance.
That's right.
Now, 7 years in the saddle of governance. He's an accountant general, I believe. Auditor General, pardon me. Apart from that, what other pedigree do you think he's got that qualifies him to dry the tears of Kogi civil servants, as it were? Because remember, a lot of civil servants in Kogi State, as we speak, are hungry. I know quite a number of them. In fact, I am related to a number of them. I'll leave it there. All right? And they are hoping that what is now known as percentage salaries in Kogi State will no longer be what they will be experiencing. So what indices does the governor-elect have that is going to promise civil servants in Kogi State that they're going to breathe fresh air once he hits the saddle?
You know that we must be very careful of propaganda. What I know, I'll tell you. Like for state civil servants, state employees, they get their salary 100%.
Where does the mantra of percentage salary comes from? Which is what I want us to find out, so that Kogi State citizens, especially civil servants who are concerned, will get to hear it.
Now, given the meager resources, many times People talk about salaries. Salaries and pension is not all there is to governance.
That's right.
There are other demanding issues. But for state workers and state pensioners, they get their salaries 100%. And for what comes to the local government, I have heard my local government chairman, Prince Ishak, and I have a lot of regard for him. If the number of workers in the local government, I tell you the truth, what comes is not enough to pay them. You want to pay them 100%. Instead of laying off these people, why not have some percentage so that everybody can be accommodated?
Exactly. Now, finally, before we go, there is this known beautiful knowledge that Kogi State is richer than some states in Nigeria. Now, added to the mineral resources that are under the ground in Kogi State, crude oil has just been added. And that is a huge, huge plus. Now, once the governor is sworn in, what are we to expect? You are already, you're already part and parcel of, the governor-elect's, strong men. So what should Kogi State citizens expect? Because I do know that there are some illegal mining activities that go on, and then there are some mineral resources that are untapped even at the moment. So what should we expect?
I am particularly happy with the leader of our party. That's the outgoing governor. I met with him, I think, on the 4th of June. Yes, we had a meeting. A group of people, actually. It was not a one-on-one meeting. And, he admitted that they had made some mistakes in first term. He had to learn on the job. But he came in with a lot of passion. And that passion has not diminished one bit. And it's one thing for a leader to admit where they have probably not done well. And no government is perfect. But I can tell you, with the experience he has and the support he's going to give to the governor-elect, Ododo is going to hit the ground running from day one. I can tell you.
We sincerely hope
he will hit the ground running. And I like to use this opportunity to appeal to everyone in Kogi State. Kogi is one. We owe the government the responsibility to pray for them and support them, and then criticize objectively. Let's shun the politics of hate and bitterness so that we can all build the Kogi of our dream. But most sincerely, the governor has done his best, and we wish him long life and good health as he progresses
in retirement.
Well, you can't really call it in retirement.
In retirement as a governor?
Well, as a governor, because
Definitely.
he's not going to be governor
That's
again.
Right.
But we wish him all the best in the coming days.
All right, thank you very much, Enejo Simon Sani, for coming on Nation Watch Day. That's how it's going to be. Do follow me, Enemaku Ojochegbe, on all social media handles. Make sure you share this video, and let's hear what your thoughts are in the comments section. What do you think about Kogi State going forward and the new government that's about to be installed in January? I'll see your comments in the comments section. I am Enemaku Ojochegbe, and this is Nation Watch.